Hey guys, Marco Garcia here. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to day number 6 of our bootcamp, and actually the last session of our bootcamp for all of you guys who have just started working with Rocktomic from a few days ago or a couple of weeks. As usual, we're going to do a sound check and a video check to make sure that you guys are able to hear and see everything correctly. And with that, we will be able to wait for a few more people to join. Okay, so please go ahead and type in yes if you guys can hear me and if you can see the screen before we proceed, okay? And then after that, we'll go ahead and get started with today's presentation, which is the last day of our bootcamp series. So if you can hear me and see me, type in yes in the chat box, and we'll go ahead and get started for today. Okay, perfect. So it seems that everybody can hear and see. So we'll go ahead and get started with today's session of our bootcamp. So we will talk about task number 3, which is online store and integration. In our last session, which was session number 5, we talked about some of the trade secrets when it comes to your online store, and basically how you have to position your products, your offer on your website. So we talked about choosing a simple platform to launch your online store, and then you can scale or have a more complex or robust process once you are making, revenue that will justify you investing on a more robust online store process. So the idea is to start with a simple platform, and my suggestions are always Shopify, WordPress, and WooCommerce, with also Wix being one of the options. Okay, so those are the top 3 platforms that I have seen people launching with a lot of success, and they require, a very simple setup, and we can quickly integrate with those 3 platforms. Okay, so I recommend those 3 to get started. And then we also talked about the 3-page system or funnel. You guys will get the recording of session 5 and 6 today via email in case that you missed session 5. But we did a deep dive into how you should properly structure your website, right? Using the 3-page or the 3-step system or funnel. Okay, it seems that it is the way to go when it comes to supplements and e-commerce. It provides a very simple way for your customers to make a purchasing decision. And we talked about the importance of content, images, and video. And we also talked about some sales strategies for your online store. So it was a very good session where we elaborated on how you should properly structure your online store so that you can have as many visitors converted into actual customers, right? So one thing is, marketing is not for selling something, right? Marketing is to get the attention of people. And then in your store is where you actually have to use sales strategies, promotions, some factors like fear of loss. There's a lot of things that you can use, a lot of tools that you can use on your website to get those interested visitors into actual customers. Okay, so marketing is to get people through the door, right? Your website, the structure, the funnel of your site, how you do everything in your site is what's going to help you turn those visitors into customers. Okay, and we talked about those things in detail in our session number 5. Okay. Now, those of you who are here, do you have any questions, any doubts so far in regards to the entire onboarding process. Okay, so before we talk about the dashboard and how you can go through task number 3 for your online store creation and integration, is there any questions that you guys have in regards to task 1 and 2? And basically everything that we've talked about so far in our bootcamp. This is a time to ask those questions so that I can provide clarification. And then with that, we can begin with today's content. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, any doubts in regards to everything that we've gone over, please let me know so that we can address those questions, concerns, issues, and then we can move forward. Okay, so any questions, any doubts, feel free to type them in the chat box. I've been trying to do my best to provide as much clarity on everything so far. So it seems that that has helped on you guys not having too many questions, which is a good thing. It means you guys are understanding and following through. So it's great. Okay, so it seems that we don't have questions, which is good. So let's go ahead and continue. So working through your dashboard for task number 3. Let me go ahead and change the screen to our actual dashboard. So here, you guys should be able to see our website, rocktomic.com. Anytime you guys need to log in into your dashboard, all you got to do is just go to rocktomic.com. And then once you are there, just click on member login, which you will find on the top right corner of the screen. And then after that, you can log in into your account with your email and your password. And once you do that, try log in again. There we go. There was an error with my password. Okay, so that's how you log in into your dashboard. You just go to rocktomic.com, then you click on member login, you type in your email password, and then you should be able to go to your dashboard, which is what we have right here. Okay, so we have completed task number 1 in the bootcamp. We have done steps A and B. We have also reviewed task number 2, which is branding. We went over the overview, step A, B, and C, and label design package. And so now it's time for us to continue with our last task in the process, which is task number 3. Now here in this tutorial, it's important that you watch it, but the most important things that we talk about here is selecting an online store platform that 1 is compatible with Rocktomic, 2 is compatible with supplements and or CBD products, right? So not all online store platforms allow you to sell supplements or CBD. So before you decide on a platform, you have to check with their support team. Make sure that you can sell supplements through their platform. And then number 3, you have to make sure that the online store platform that you want to use is compatible with the payment processing company that you want to work with when it comes to your merchant account. Okay, so if you want to sell products online, you have to have a merchant account, right? You have to be able to process credit card payments on your store. And the way that you do that is through a payment processing company like Stripe. You have Maverick Payments, you have PayPal, Okay, so there's a lot of options in the market of what payment processing companies you can use. The most important thing is that you do your due diligence, and if you want to work with Shopify, reach out to their support team and ask if you can sell whatever supplements or CBD that you're wanting to sell with Rocktomic, right? You have to check on this directly with them because they can change their policies and terms of use and everything, like, at any time. So you got to check with them. And then with the payment processing companies, it's the same thing, right? Contact their support team and ask if you can sell supplements through their payment processing services, and then have them tell you yes or no, or maybe, or send me the list and then we'll approve it, right? It has happened sometimes that clients don't do their due diligence and they choose their platform, they choose their payment processing company, they start selling, and then their website gets shut down or their payment processing company shuts their merchant account down. And then they reach out to me and say, hey, Marco, what can you do for me? And I say, well, nothing, because the terms and conditions of Shopify and, WordPress and Wix and all the payment processing companies, like, I don't control them, right? I don't have any say on them. So it's important that you do your due diligence and check on these platforms before you decide on them. And that's kind of like what we talked about, what I talk about in this tutorial video. So I provide all the information, like the general information about the process and what you need to check before you proceed further. Okay, so make sure that you guys watch that. And then here in section 1, you will see a link that will take you to the platforms that are compatible with Rocktomic, right? So we have BigCommerce, Walmart, we have Amazon, BigCommerce, eBay, we have Shopify, WooCommerce, Squarespace, we have Etsy, we have Magento Commerce. So there's a lot of platforms that you guys can sell through, and you can check the list here. So if your prefer online store platform is listed here, then that means that we can integrate with Rocktomic. Okay. And then once you watch that tutorial and then you review that your store that you want to use, your platform that you want to use is in the list, so it's compatible, then you will see that we have two options, right? So at Rocktomic, you can create your own online store, right? You can create your own Shopify store or Wix store, or option 2, you can pay my developers for them to create the online store for you. Okay, so just like the label design, you have the option of having a third-party designer create the labels for you, or you creating them yourself. With the online store is exactly the same, right? You can create your own online store, or we can do it for you. Now, something important, and this is what I say here in this tutorial. If you decide to create your own online store, then you are on your own, right? So you will not be able to contact my support team to set it up for you unless you have paid for that service, right? So full disclaimer, if you want to do the website on your own, you have to create it on your own, 100%. There is certain information that we can provide to you, right? But for the most part, if you're having trouble setting up something on the website, like your shipping options or the products or anything, like if you decided to do things on your own, then you have to follow through, right? You have to do it on your own. If you hire my developers, right? If you paid extra for us to build the site, then that's a different story. That's when my developers will provide full support so that they can help you set up your store completely so that it is ready for integration, right? And integration is connecting your online store to our fulfillment software. Okay. So again, guys, you have the option of creating your own store, or you can hire my team to do so. So if you want to go with option 1, you got to watch this tutorial so that here we show you what are the things that you need to consider when you are setting up your store, right? So in this video, we talk about, for example, I'm just going to browse through it. But in this video, we talk about creating your own products, right? So creating your products, uploading your 3D mockups, adding your content and your SKU descriptions, right? you also have to add the SKU numbers for each of the products. Right? So you have to set up the SKU numbers for each of the items so that when you sell those products in your online store, we are able to receive those numbers and we know exactly what products to fulfill. When you're setting up your online store, you need to add your retail pricing that you want to sell your products at. You want to set up your shipping plugin, right? USPS for domestic, Global Post or DHL for international. You have to add all the FDA disclaimers, your order refund policy, store disclaimer, and service terms and conditions. So you have to fully set up your store so that it is ready to go, right? When it comes to your payment processing company, that's something that you also have to do on your own, 100%. So you can contact any company that you prefer. Make sure that you check with them, right, to confirm that they are that they support the sale of supplements and or CBD before you decide to apply and work with them, right? The worst thing that can happen to you is they shut down your account, and right at the moment that you are making sales and making revenue. So it's important that you do your due diligence and check with the payment processing company of your choice that they are supportive of supplement products, right? Supplements and CBD. There's nothing that Rock Tummy can do when it comes to your payment processor. Like there's nothing we can say to them, or there's nothing that we can do on your behalf. Like the payment processing piece of this is completely up to you, right? And it's between you and those third-party companies that provide that service. Okay, so that is in regards to your online store. So make sure that you guys watch that tutorial because we do a full overview of what are the things that you need to do to properly set up your store, right? If you follow the instructions on this tutorial, then you should be able to have an online store that is ready for integration. So it's important that you watch the tutorial and you follow through. Now, here in section 1, we provide the catalogs. In section 2, we provide you access to our MSRP. We actually provide you with FDA disclaimer templates. We provide with an order refund policy template, website terms and conditions templates, a website disclaimer template, some of the approved label claims that you can use on your website, and also the trust badges that you can use in your online store and also on your labels. So we provide a lot of information here. These are just templates, so you can download them and then you can review them and then make modifications because the terms and conditions that you offer your customers are between you and your customers, right? So if you offer anything to your customers, you are responsible for those offers that you're making to them. So, for example, if you do a 30-day money-back guarantee on a product, then the client may use the product for a whole month, and then they say, I didn't like the product, give me my money back. If you offer that money-back guarantee, like you're going to have to refund the money to them, but then Rock Tummy will not refund the money to you because we don't offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee on products, right? That's something that you can offer your customers directly. So here we have some templates of the information that you need to have on your website, so review those. And then here we have in section 3, we have a company that we recommend. We actually made a partnership with this payment processing company. It's called Maverick Payments. So if you're having a hard time trying to get approved for a merchant account from other payment processing companies, you can contact Steve. He's the assigned representative to Rock Tummy accounts, and you can apply to them and see if they approve you. So far, they have approved hundreds of clients of ours, and so their approval rate is super high with our company, mainly because they have already reviewed and approved all the products. And so I recommend that you work with them so that you don't have any issues down the road when it comes to payment processing for your orders. But again, it's only a suggestion that we provide. It's a recommendation. Anything that happens with them is between you and them. They are a third-party company. We're not associated to them. So make sure that you talk to them and that you do your due diligence before you decide to work with them or any payment processing company for that matter. Okay. Now in section 4, we have an e-commerce platform audit. So if you created your own online store and you want Rocktomic to review everything for you, then we have this additional service. So when you click there, it takes you to the checkout page. It's $297. It's a one-time payment. And then in this e-commerce platform audit, what we do is we help you with indicating how to properly set up everything that you need so that the integration is completed, right? It's good to go. So if you need assistance with setting up your online store when it comes to the items that Rocktomic needs for your website, then you can purchase that audit, and then you'll be put in contact with the integrations department so they can help you with this audit. We also have section 5, which is the supplement and CBD catalog, just for you to review and make sure that all the products that you're wanting to sell have not been removed or discontinued or are in stock, right? So it's important that you check on product before you decide to finalize your website, because it could happen that you create a product on your website and then the product is discontinued, right? So it's important that you're constantly checking on the catalog to make sure that you're selling products that we will be able to fulfill, right, for your customers. And so once you go through the tutorial and you complete all the sections here and your store is ready and fully set up, then that's when you proceed with section 6, which is integrating your store. Right now, integration means that we are going to connect your online store to our fulfillment software so that all the orders import correctly into our system for us to fulfill directly to your customers. Okay, so you complete section 6 as soon as your website is already done and fully set up, right? I see a lot of clients submitting their integration request form and they haven't even completed labels yet, right? So it's important that you complete each task, each step, and each section in order, one at a time. Otherwise, it's going to be a very messy and confusing process, and you're not going to know what to do, and it's just going to go extremely bad for you. So if there's one recommendation that I can give you when it comes to our onboarding process, is this: go task per task, step by step, section by section, one at a time, and complete the previous step or task or section before you continue with the next one. So if you don't have your website ready and set up, you shouldn't be asking for integration, right? What are we going to integrate if your website is not ready? So it's important that you complete your website, that you complete everything regarding your website before you proceed with the integration request. Okay. And then as soon as you complete your website and you request the integration from my team, you will hear back from them with instructions, with lead times, or any particular information or instruction that is needed to complete your integration. Okay, so that is if you create your own online store. Now, if we create the online store for you, then we do the site for you, right? So you pick a template, we create the website, we upload the products, the mockups, we set up the pricing that you want for the products or the bundles, we set up shipping options based on what you want to offer. We upload, the content that you provide for the site, like videos or images or written content. So if my developers create your store for you, which is the case of most of you guys that are here, because you guys subscribe to the $9.97 package, which has a website, and the $35.97 package also has a website, then you guys don't want to follow option 1. You want to go to option 2, right? So you watch the tutorial, and then you will find the instructions on what you need to do so that my team can create the website for you. Okay. And then here we have section 1, 2, and 3, again, with the different templates that we have for websites. So if we are creating your store, here are some of the layouts that you can choose from, right? So basically, when we create the site for you, you pick a template, and then what we do is we customize that template with your products, with your branding, with your logo, with your mockups, everything. Okay. So there in your dashboard, you can see some of the templates. We also have add-ons that are not included on any membership. So these are extra services that we can do for extra fees, but they are 100% optional. So for example, we can do the showing of best-selling products, show recently viewed products. We can show recommendations based on the product you're currently viewing or your customers. Pop-ups triggered on a specific events. We can do newsletters. We can do a widget which is going to say customer from whatever country just bought whatever product. We can create bundles in your store. We can have a chat widget set up for you. So we have a lot of additional services here that we can provide to you. Again, these are all optional. They're extra. If you want to get them, you just need to pay for them, and then we'll set them up in your store. We have monthly subscriptions, so we can create subscriptions on your site so that people can subscribe once and then they can get their products on autopilot. So you can review all the add-ons, and if you want to get them, you just pay them, and then we'll include them in your store. Here we have information, the disclaimers, templates of pretty much everything that you need for your online store. We also provide information about the third-party company that we recommend for payment processing. Okay. And then here, if you watch the tutorial, we're going to provide instructions on how to get this started. So obviously, once you have if you have completed task number 2, which is your label design, and you have fully completed task number 2, based on the information that we have here in this tutorial, all you got to do to start your web design process that we have offer you, that you have purchased, just click on the help button. You can go to the web development department. You put in your information here, and you just select the option that says I'm a VIP lifetime VIP then with you client, and I'm ready to start my online store creation. So that's the ticket that you have to submit, and then that will trigger the internal process for us to create your online store. So make sure that you watch the tutorial so that you know exactly what it is that you need to do to have Rocktomic create your online store. So if you haven't paid for it, you can pay for it, and then our developers can create it for you. Or again, you can go with option 1, which is creating or setting up the store on your own. Okay. Now this task, which is task number 3, it's the most technical task in the entire onboarding process. So it is super important that you guys are going step by step, watching the tutorials. If you need to watch them a couple of times just to understand the process, do it. Because since it's a very technical task, we want to make sure that you guys don't get lost in the process, right? And the best way to not get lost is by just following each step one at a time, right? Each section one at a time. And then once you have completed your store and your integration, or once Rocktomic has completed creating your store and then doing the integration internally for that store that we created, then you will go to launch my brand, and then we have an onboarding final checklist, right? So we have a tutorial here that indicates what are the last steps that you need before you start promoting and selling your supplements. We have an inventory report. The inventory report will show you everything that is in stock at any given time. As of today, we have 96% of our products in stock, which is remarkable. Most companies right now are at either 50, 40. There's one that is like 60% on their stock level, and they're struggling to source products. Even though we do have products every now and then going on back order, because it's normal in the industry, right? There's no company that will never be on back order like 0% of the time. Like there's always back order because we rely on a supply chain, right? But we're one of the few companies that actually has a very, very good level of stock. We try to keep it above 90%, right? Every month. And so here you can see the product, the SKU, you can see the status of the inventory. For some reason here, the logo got moved. Here we go. So here we have the name of the product, the SKU, and then If you see that it is in stock, then that means that you can sell it. No problem, right? Now, if you see products that have low stock, then that means that we're running low. So if you see the low stock, then at that point, you should mark it on your website as out of stock. That way, you don't sell products that we won't be able to fulfill in a timely manner, right? And then when you see a product that is out of stock, then you definitely should stop selling it. I recommend that you guys check this at least once or twice a week, because it is very usual that some clients don't check the inventory report and then they sell 10, 20, 50 orders of the product. And then, of course, we're not going to be able to fulfill those orders. They're going to keep the fulfillment team is going to keep those orders on hold. And then your customers are going to be angry. They're going to ask for their money back. They're going to maybe dispute payments. And that's going to be a big nightmare for you, right? So before you launch and as you sell products, make sure that you're always going to the inventory report so that you can check what's in stock, what is in low stock, and what is out of stock at the moment. And as you can see, we only have a few products out of stock. We have a couple that are in low stock. So we've done an amazing job, me and my team, at being ahead of time, ahead of the curve, and buying as much inventory as we need so that we avoid the back order status. But like I said before, we are part of a supply chain, and sometimes there is ingredient sourcing delays. Sometimes there is manufacturing delays that are out of our control. Sometimes there is testing delays, right? So once a product is made, it has to be tested. And maybe that lab, is, 2-3 months behind on their testing because they're testing multiple products from multiple companies. So we are all part of a robust supply chain. And so if a product is out of stock, it's because, somebody in that supply chain got delayed, right? For whatever. And you guys need to understand that this is just part of this industry, right? There's big companies in the market that are on back order right now, right? So we're talking about multi-million-dollar companies that have some products on back order, right? So it's something that happens, right? It's not something that happens only with Rocktomic. Like, it happens with big brands. And I can show you one. Remember that we talked about Goli? You see here they have 2 products that they just launched a few months ago, and they're sold out, right? So they don't have the women's PMS relief gummies, and they don't have the sleep gummies. They're sold out. So this is a brand that is doing millions of dollars per year, and they're out of stock, right? So this is something that happens to everybody, and it can happen to anybody. So it's just part of it, right? It's part of being in business. It's part of relying on a supply chain and part of just sourcing products, right, from somebody. Again, me and my team, our commitment is to make sure that we have as many products in stock as possible, because if we don't have product, we don't make money, and you guys don't make money, right? So it's not in our interest to not have product, right? But we all need to understand that we are part of a system, right? A supply chain that sometimes fails, and then of course, it's not nice, it's ugly, it sucks, it's infuriating, and just like you feel when there's no product is exactly how I feel with my suppliers, and that's how they feel with their ingredient sourcers that they have. So it's just part of it, right? We just need to understand. But when you sell products, when you are launching products, make sure that you're going back to the inventory report and make sure that you check and that you're only selling products that show in blue, right? As long as you're selling products in blue, then there's not going to be fulfillment delays because of back order items. Okay. And then here we have different sections. If you want to order samples with your labels, if you want to place a bulk order, or if you want to work on a custom formula, you can do that from these links that we have right here. And then the final step here is submitting the credit card authorization form. Okay, so the way that Rocktomic works is when you make a sale, right? So you have completed the process, you start doing your advertising, your marketing, everything, and you make a sale. What's going to happen is that customer is going to put their credit card information on your online store. They're going to pay you, and then all the money that your customer pays you goes into your business bank account. right? So you guys get paid directly from your customers. And then internally between you and Rocktomic, we're going to see those orders coming in the system, right? And then we're going to fulfill the order, right? So we're going to prepare the package, print your labels, have that order ready for fulfillment, and then we're going to ship it out through the carriers that we use. And then as soon as we fulfill that order, we're going to bill you for the cost of the order to whatever credit card that you provided, right? So that's why you need to provide a credit card to Rocktomic so that we can provide automated order fulfillment and billing. So there's no need for you to send us an Excel sheet with the orders. There's no need for you to request invoices and then pay invoices. We have everything in a fully automated manner so that when we fulfill orders, we just bill your card on file for the costs associated to that order, and then it's done. Again, we want you guys to focus on your advertising and your marketing, right? That's what we want you guys to focus on, right? Not on billing. And now you should be monitoring your billing, of course, right? You should be able to have your financials in place. You should be able to have your own spreadsheets or systems where you know what we're billing you and for what orders, and that way you can calculate your numbers, your revenue, your profitability. So, but it's up to you how you do that, right? It's your business, so you manage it however you want. But the idea is that we provide a fully automated process, and that's why we have a credit card authorization form where you just fill it out. And then with that, you give us approval so that we can bill you for orders as they come in the system, right? So as soon as you sell orders, you get paid from your customers, and then we bill you as we fulfill. Okay, that way you can just continue focusing on your advertising and your marketing. Okay, so this is the onboarding final checklist. You just watch the tutorial, you follow the instructions. Here we basically elaborate on the things that we just talked about. We elaborate on how fulfillment works, on what happens, once your customer buys from you. Essentially, there's nothing that you need to do after you make a sale, right? We handle everything on the back end. Okay, so watch the tutorial, go through the sections, check out the inventory report at least once or twice a week. If you want to place orders for products so that you can have on hand, you can do that directly here from sections 2 to 4. And then here you have to submit your credit card authorization form as part of the integration process so that we can get you live, and that's how you can start making sales and money. Okay, so this is a very, very simple to use onboarding process. Again, as long as you're watching the tutorials and then you're complying with each of the steps and each of the sections. Okay, so if you have any questions, any doubts, any issues, anything that you need support from or for, always go to the help button, select the department that you need to speak with, and then select the proper ticket. Okay, this is the best way for us to get back to you on issues, on questions, on concerns. If you start emailing the entire company, if you start emailing me, or if you start going on Facebook or Instagram and asking questions, it's going to be very difficult for us to provide the support. So as long as you guys are submitting your tickets through the proper system, which is the help button, then that will allow my staff to get back to you guys and to provide the support that you need as you go through the process. Okay, the idea is that we have as many people as possible completing the onboarding process so that we can have as many people selling and being successful when it comes to their own supplement brand and business. Okay, and so what I'm going to share with you after the presentation is a document where we have some of our success stories that we have. So some of our clients that are doing extremely well. So here's a list of some of our success stories. Of course, these are not all the stores that are selling and doing well. These are just some of them. For example, we have My Invictus. Their all-time revenue It's over $100,000 just selling one product. So MindVictus is a brand that I worked with directly when we were going through the onboarding process, and they just focus on selling one product, which is the anxiety relief, Rock 817. It's the anxiety formula. So as you can see here, once you go to the website, and this is a real brand, real website, here is the core offer, right? Overcome anxiety from within. So very, very straightforward, very to the point. And then you have a little bit of content, right? Premium quality, made in the USA. He's offering free shipping. He's offering a money-back guarantee, which is fine because it's something that he's offering in his store. And then you have the product. Then you have some testimonials. You have a video here, right? An actual video from a customer. And then you have some written testimonials, right? So very similar to the structure that I show you guys, remember? In our session number 5. And then if you click on Shop Now, here he talks about the product, talks about the ingredients, right? So he elaborates on each of the ingredients that's contained in the formula, the testimonial, and then he was selling a 3-pack, right? And so if you click on select the package, you're offered with a 1 bottle, which is a 1-month supply, or 3 bottles, a 3-month supply. Right? So you guys can check this website, mindvictus.com, and just go through all the pages, go through the content so that you can have an idea of what a $100,000 store looks like, right? And this is just one product that he's selling. Then you have other products, for example, like this one. This client, all-time revenue so far is $75K. Well, it seems that the store is unavailable, so there could be some issues with that brand. This document, I made it in December of 2022, so it's been a year. Then we have this other one, CEO Organics. All-time revenue is $50,298. This was at the time of me creating this document, which was at the end of 2022, so the end of last year. If I take a look at now what their all-time revenue is, so basically adding the entire year and see how she did. Let me just log into my ShipStation account here. So that I can run the report. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a custom range for this store. I'm going to go back to December of 2022 to December of 2023. Company is CEO Organics. Running the report. There we go. So this is my ShipStation account. This is the ShipStation account that we use for order fulfillment. Here's the store, CEO Organics, as you can see right there. Their revenue for this year so far is $173,000. Okay, this is considering December of 2022, December of 2023. So if we go a little bit more back, let's run the report from, let's see. We're going to do January of 2022 to December of 2023 so that we can check the all-time revenue for this brand so far. There we go. So all-time revenue for CEO Organics, one of our top-selling brands right there. All-time revenue so far is $213,000 and fraction. And here we're talking at a 50-60% profitability. So since she started, she has made over 6 figures in profit. And this is a brand new supplement brand. It's a brand new company with just a few products. Then we have Titus Unlimited. Here's another supplement store that we helped create, and I actually worked with the owner of this brand directly on everything. I actually helped him create the labels and the bundles, everything. So here is his website, and now he started with a few items, but now he has about 3 to 4 years with us, and of course he has a lot more products. He has been adding more lines of products to his store. He has done some custom formulas as well. So that's another brand that is doing extremely well. Let's see the all-time revenue for this brand. Okay, so the report is generating right now. So you can go to his website and browse around and see what he's doing, the promotions, the sales process. So I will share this document with you guys. Oh, where did it go? I lost the page, but I'll find it. Yeah, so make sure that you guys go through the website and see what all these brands are doing. I'm looking for the report here. Give me just 1 second. I'm running the report for the all-time revenue for this brand. Right, so here you see Titus Unlimited, all-time revenue, almost $700,000 just selling supplements. Okay, and I ran the report from April 2019 to date. Again, at a 50, 60, 70% profitability. So almost 700,000. Let me see if I can find the list. There we go, of the success stories. I found it. Sorry for that. And we have hundreds of supplement brands that are doing better than these brands. They're doing similar results, or they're doing a little bit less, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, 5,000. I mean, it's up to you guys. It's up to you how much you make based on your sales, your advertising, your marketing. Our job is to fulfill for you. Your job is to sell and promote as much as possible on all your products, your supplement business. Okay, but these are some brands that we have helped create and launch. We're going to add more brands here for this year. These are just a few success stories, not all the stores that are doing well. These are just a few examples. We have other brands that are doing super well, or that they did extremely well this year. For example, I can show you another brand here in the report. Yeah, I could be showing you weeks and weeks worth of data on revenue and sales that our clients are making right now. We have another brand right here. This one right here, Laguna. So far, they've done $1.2 million just selling one product, just one. One item, one supplement. They've done $1.2 million, and they just launched this year. So they've done over $1 million in revenue just in 2023 selling one product, sorry. Again, at a 50, 60, 70% profitability. Okay, so truly amazing what Rocktomic has done. We have been able to help people create and launch their supplement business and make 50K a year, 100K a year, $1 million or more just on selling supplements. All you need is great advertising, great marketing, sales strategies, and then we help you with the rest. Okay, so this could be you. Those of you guys who are working on their supplement business and launching their brand just now, like this could be you. In 2024, you could be that brand that generates over $1 million just selling one product or a few items. And all of our clients don't have to buy inventory up front. We make the product available to them on demand. They don't have to print labels up front, right? We do that on demand, and we help fulfill all the orders. So it's an amazing model, guys. I mean, if those of you who are here and are going to be working with us, like, you guys have an amazing opportunity ahead of you. You know, I want as many brands as possible, you know, reaching north of $1 million their first year. It's unheard of. Like, what company, what business can you set up, right, in very little time and then make over $1 million in revenue the first year? Like, what business venture or opportunity can you work on to make this type of results, right? Supplements is definitely one of them. And that's why we are in this industry. It's extremely profitable. People are looking for products. They are on high demand. People are looking for health and nutrition. The idea is that you offer them a unique solution, which is what we've talked about in this webinar, right? So I'll share this document with you here after the presentation so that you can review the websites of some of our success stories. And that way you can review them and check their websites. Check everything that they're doing, and then try to do something similar so that you can find similar success. But at least it will give you an idea of some of the brands that we work with and what they're doing to find success, right? So just to give you some reference, some idea of how you can do things on your own. So it's just a reference for you to see, right? And hopefully achieve the best results that you can for your business. But again, guys, we have brands that are making right now zero money. We have brands that are making $1,000 a month, $5,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, $1 million and more. But it all depends on you, right? It depends on your skill set as an entrepreneur for, number one, follow the onboarding process step by step in an organized manner, one step at a time. And two, once you complete the onboarding process, you're going to have a functional supplement brand ready to launch, ready to go to market. And as long as you know how to do your advertising, your marketing, and your sales, and you're, diligent on doing everything that you can so that you can sell your products and be successful, then you're going to find success, just like so many of our clients have. One comment that I always get is, Marco, why I don't see any reviews of clients that are making money with you? Why I don't see any positive reviews of people that are working with Rocktomic? And I always say, like, we do private label, right? So nobody, especially the clients that are doing extremely well, right? Nobody wants to disclose online publicly who their supplier is, right? That's the whole point of private label, right? Is that nobody knows who your manufacturing company is, right? Nobody knows who your supplier, your drop shipping company is. That's why you don't see any positive reviews online in regards to, hey, I'm working with Rocktomic, I'm sourcing their products, and I'm making $1 million a month. Like, because they don't want to give out their supplier. They don't want to give out their secret. They don't want to give out their know-how, right? Their business plan. So we do private label, right? So I'm only showing you a few of the clients, and I'm sharing those with you so that you can have a reference of what you need to do or what you could do so that you can achieve similar success. Of course, do not reach out to these brands. Do not reach out to my clients and ask questions because they're going to get pissed. They just don't have time for you. I mean, that's the reality, right? So the websites are just for you to see them, for reviewing what they're doing, seeing their labels, seeing their website content and structure, just for you to have an idea, just to have a reference. But please do not contact them, because the idea is that you use them as a reference only, not to get support from them, right? And that has happened in the past. Clients have reached out to these clients, the top producing clients, asking support, like, hey, how can I do task number 3? Can you tell me? Like, no, don't do that. Like, if you need support, reach out to Rocktomic, right? Reach out to our staff, not to our clients. But yeah, clients that are doing extremely well, they're not publicly putting on Instagram or Facebook or Google. They're not disclosing who their supplier is, right? Nobody does that. And there's a lot of reasons for it. You don't want your customers to see that Rocktomic is your supplier, because they're going to be angry at the fact that you're selling them a bottle that is costing you $8. They're paying $50 for it, $60 for it, right? So you never want to disclose who your supplier is. And we definitely never ask for positive reviews. Like, we never ask you to do a video for us, for example. And we have done a few in the past because it's just part of marketing, but we're trying to limit that to the minimum, because we need to have, something for marketing, but it's not something that we normally do. We don't want to have, 5,000 videos of 5,000 brands that are doing super well, disclosing everywhere online, and then us doing traffic to those videos so that they are, disclosing and talking about our suppliers, right? That's not the point of what we do. We do private label. So check those websites, see what they're doing, get some ideas, and then now you guys are ready to start going through the entire onboarding process on your own. So make sure that you have your login. If you don't, there is instructions on the membership dashboard login page for that. So if you're, we're going to log out here real quick. If you cannot log in into your dashboard, there's instructions right here. Right. So make sure that you guys reach out to our support team if you have any questions, if you have any doubts. If there's anything that you guys need, my team is ready to assist. We want you guys to go and push and finish your onboarding process, launch your brand and business, and make money so that everybody wins, right? That's the goal here. We don't want anybody getting stuck. You guys are, of course, are free to go about your business. And if for any reason you don't want to continue your onboarding process, that's fine. We understand. But the idea is that as many of you can push forward, complete the onboarding process, and start making money, right? Through your advertising and your marketing efforts, and find success, because we have seen it hundreds, if not thousands of times, right? People succeeding, people failing, right? All types of results, but it's up to you, right? How you want to go about it, and you dictate, right, what your outcome is going to be for the onboarding process. So the ball is on your side of the court for you guys to take action, go through the onboarding process. Again, make sure you go step by step, and I wish everybody success as you go through the onboarding process. Let us know if we can help. When you send a ticket, be patient, right? Only send one ticket and then wait for a reply from my team so that we can help you. We are here for your success. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining Rocktomic, for signing up, for trusting in our services. Now you have seen the onboarding process. You have seen some of the trade secrets. You have seen real brands, real websites that are making excellent revenue and growing their business one step at a time. Okay, so here I have a question. As I am an aspiring entrepreneur, I would like to experience each and every step building website for myself and documenting my journey. So my question is, I have my own website development platform, which is same like Wix and better than the WordPress. Can I still do integration? So I recommend that you go to task number 3, overview, and then clicking on compatible online stores. If you see your platform there, then yes, the answer is we can integrate. If you do not see it, then you will have to choose a different platform, right? Because we won't be able to integrate. So let me know if that answers your question. Yeah, so that's the place where you guys can check if your platform is compatible. You click on task number 3, overview, section 1, and that will take you to the page where you will see the platforms that are currently compatible with Rocktomic. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and check. Make sure you guys are choosing a platform that is compatible. And that's a great idea. It's great that you guys, as you go through the process, you document your process. I mean, if you guys find massive success with our business model, what stops you from coaching and helping other people do the same? Right? What's stopping you from, documenting the entire process? And then if you find success, with financial independency, what stops you from also offering coaching services to other people, launching their business, their supplement business, and then you can share with them your process, what you documented. I think that's a great idea, and you can also monetize that idea, right? You can sell, maybe a course, coaching, like one-on-one, on helping people on creating their own supplement business online with the help of Rocktomic, and you guys can fully monetize those things. So I think it's an excellent idea. Perfect. All right, guys. So you have everything that you need to get started. You have your dashboard, you have your tasks, your steps. We went through every task in detail and explained to you what it is that you need to do. So now it is up to you to go and find success, right, with your own supplement brand. Again, we are here to help you, to support you. We want to see you succeed, but we want you guys to follow through, follow instructions, check on the information in your dashboard to having the best experience possible when it comes to your onboarding. Okay, so we hope the best for all of you guys for success, and we are right here ready to assist. Okay, thank you for attending to our webinar presentation where we did our weekly bootcamp, right? We did 2 weeks. It should have been 1, but we extended it. But thank you for attending, and we look forward to seeing you guys thrive, right, with your supplement business. Okay, so to your success. My name is Marco, founder here at Rocktomic Labs and Chief Operating Officer. We are ready to work. Okay, so let us know if we can help. Okay, you guys have a good day. Take care, and we'll see you in the inside.